What's up, knowledge seekers? Today we're diving into something that affects the price of almost everything you buy, but hardly anyone understands. Tariffs. Remember when your favorite sneakers suddenly jumped $20 in price last year? Or when your dad complained about lumber costs for that backyard deck? Tariffs might be the invisible culprit behind those price hikes. In this video, we're breaking down what tariffs really are, how they work, who actually pays for them, and whether they're actually worth all the economic drama they cause. Let's jump in. Section 1. The Tariff Mystery Explained. Imagine you're running a lemonade stand in your neighborhood charging $2 per cup. Business is good until your neighbor starts selling identical lemonade for just $1. Suddenly, nobody's buying yours anymore. Now imagine your parents step in and say, anyone buying the neighbor's lemonade has to pay an extra $1.50 tax. Suddenly, your $2 lemonade looks like a better deal than their $2.50 lemonade after the tax. That's basically what a tariff is. A special tax governments put on goods coming in from other countries to make them more expensive than locally made products. But here's the thing most politicians won't tell you. Unlike your lemonade scenario where your neighbor suffers with real tariffs, it's usually the consumers in the importing country who end up paying the extra cost. Section 2. Tariff flavors, pick your poison. Tariffs come in different varieties, kind of like ice cream, except they leave a much worse taste in your mouth. First, we have specific tariffs. Think of these as the flat fee version, a set dollar amount per item. For example, a $5 tariff on every pair of imported shoes. Whether you're buying $20 bargain sneakers or $200 designer kicks, that same $5 gets tacked on. Then we have ad valorem tariffs, fancy Latin for according to value. These are percentage-based. So a 10% ad valorem tariff means your $20 sneakers get a $2 tariff, while those $200 luxury shoes get hit with a $20 tariff. Want to see something wild? Check out what happens with high percentage tariffs. A 50% tariff on a $100 item adds $50. A 100% tariff doubles the price. Your $100 item now costs $200. A 200% tariff triples the price. That $100 item jumps to $300. No wonder businesses freak out when governments start threatening 200% tariffs on their products. Section 3. Tariff Showdown. The good, the bad, the ugly. So are tariffs heroes or villains in our economic story? Let's look at both sides of this coin. The good side. Protecting local industries. When South Korea was developing its auto industry in the 1970s, they used tariffs to shield companies like Hyundai and Kia from established foreign competition. The protection gave these companies time to improve quality and technology. Today, Korean cars compete successfully worldwide. Government cash machine. Every tariff collected is money flowing into government coffers. For developing countries with limited tax systems, tariffs can be an important revenue source. Bargaining chips. Countries use tariffs as leverage in international negotiations. Lower your trade barriers or we'll raise ours. It's economic diplomacy at work. The bad side. Your wallet gets lighter. Remember that shoe example? If foreign shoes get hit with tariffs, you end up paying more for the same product. Businesses caught in the crossfire. Consider a small American guitar manufacturer that imports specialized wood from Brazil. If wood gets hit with tariffs, their costs go up, forcing them to either raise prices and lose customers or absorb the cost and reduce profits. Either way, an American business suffers. The retaliation spiral. When country A imposes tariffs on country B rarely just sits there and takes it. They usually retaliate with their own tariffs, triggering what economists call a trade war. And just like real wars, nobody really wins these battles. Section 4. Follow the money. Who really pays? Let's get real about who actually foots the bill for tariffs. Politicians often claim China is paying billions in tariffs to the US. But is that actually true? Let's say a Chinese company has been selling TVs to US retailers for $400 each. Then the US government steps in and adds a 25% tariff. That's an extra $100 per TV. Now someone has to pay that $100. It could be the Chinese manufacturer. They might lower their prices, but that hurts their profits. Or the US retailer might just pay the full $500, but that's unlikely. They probably won't want to take the hit either. So what usually happens? That cost gets passed down to you. The the consumer ends up paying $500 instead of $400. So even though it looks like the tariff is targeting the foreign company, a lot of the time it's actually you who ends up paying more. Sometimes foreign manufacturers might lower their profit margins a bit to stay competitive, but more often they just raise prices, move production to countries not affected by tariffs like Vietnam, or stop selling to that market altogether. This is the uncomfortable truth. Despite political claims that other countries pay tariffs, it's primarily consumers who end up with the bill through higher prices on everyday products. So, there you have it, the truth about tariffs. They're essentially taxes that are passed along to consumers through higher prices, while often sparking international disputes that can harm the very industries they were meant to protect. Are tariffs always bad? Not necessarily. In specific circumstances with careful planning, they can help developing industries gain a foothold. But the economic consensus is clear. Broad tariffs typically cause more harm than good. Next time you hear a politician claim that tariffs are making another country pay, remember who's really covering the cost when you check your receipt at the store. If you found this explanation helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more complex topics made simple. Drop a comment letting me know what economic mystery you want me to tackle next.